Welcome to Pecah Podcast. Borak apa?
Jatuh.
Macam tu je kesambung kan?
Ya.
Hari ni special sebab
hari
kita
ni
ada
special.
for the first time kita ada tetamu yang
And
sudi.
dia salah seorang yang sangat hebat and bercita-cita tinggi. Ya, awas.
Kita ada Sodikin Syaz in the house. Hello.
Hello.
Hi Sodikin.
Over ya introduction.
Dia kena lebih-lebih. Dia macam fake sangat kan, tapi jalan je.
Hi Sodikin, how are you?
Alhamdulillah. Tired but Alhamdulillah.
Okay.
Masih perlu teruskan hidup walaupun penat.
I think it's a privilege to be tired.
Betul.
Actually before we start, kita nak shout out to Kias untuk sponsor kita macam biasa. And don't forget to like, comment dan subscribe. And kalau korang ada any guest yang korang nak jemput kemudian hari, topik-topik yang baru, korang boleh komen dekat bawah. Okay? Tapi untuk minggu ini kita akan topik about fashion. Sebab sekarang kan tengah bulan-bulan fashion.
I rasa bukan fashion sangat lah. Kita borak
Career.
pasal pengalaman.
So Dikin, kita nak tanya you sikit lah, macam siapa you yang sebenarnya ni?
I'm Sodikin Syaz. Umur 28. I was born and raised in Penang. I'm just starting my career or what I passion to do in KL right now. Which is in industry fashion kot. But a startup lah, you know.
Startup ke? Nampak macam dia
lah.
hebat sangat je.
No.
Ya ke?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
I hope that's what people see and I hope that is what people portray. But to me, there's more to learn, there's more to gain. You know.
Actually berapa lama dah you start dalam dunia fashion ni?
Professionally, 4 years, 3 years. I don't know how to count. I never understand how does people count the duration. Do I start from my first hobby or my first collection? Tapi professionally, I'm in KL for 2 years now. 2 years now, July.
2 tahun.
2
Dah
tahun.
hebat.
Ya.
Tak ada.
Hebat lah. Dia
Hebat
dah dapat
lah.
banyak selebriti kot
Betul,
yang dia dah buatkan baju.
betul.
Alhamdulillah.
Dengan rezeki yang you dapat kan.
Sebenarnya I nak tahu macam, adakah you memang belajar fashion daripada zaman belajar ke macam mana?
No, I was a polytechnic student. I study IB, International Business, dekat Melaka, Malim.
Oh.
And dia polytechnic rumah kedai je.
Oh,
And
I
then,
see.
I came back. I always wanted to do fashion. My mom's a tailor. My mom tukang jahit.
Bakat daripada ibu lah.
Yeah. So tapi this is what I'm gonna say, and my mom will agree. She's not a good teacher. You know? Sebab she is not a good teacher in a good way. I'm not gonna kutuk my mom or whatever lah. Dia just dia bukan tenaga pengajar.
tenaga
We know
pengajar.
that. Nak jadi cikgu ni kena banyak kesabaran.
Betul.
To my mom, dia selalu cakap, kau tengok, kau belajar. Kalau kau tak boleh, kau jangan buang masa aku. Macam tu je.
Oh.
So I've learned once and I cannot with my mom punya cara.
Okay.
So I do is usually I tengok je dia menjahit macam mana? Oh macam ni, macam tu. Okay, mungkin boleh. So tengok YouTube, try and error for a few years. Alhamdulillah.
So kiranya macam you tengok your mom and then you ambil mesin jahit dia, you buat ke? Dia tahu tak? Dia tahu tak?
Dia
At
tak
first-
tahu.
Awal-awal tak
tapi
tahu.
sampailah kalau macam jarum patah.
Dia
Apalagi kalau mesin jahit tepi macam jarum patah. Atau benang dia tercabut.
Oh God.
Macam ya Allah.
Susah
macam
tu nak
mana
masak.
ya? Tapi tengok YouTube macam tak faham macam nak
Yalah.
letak tu kan. Saya macam, Mak, benang putus lah.
Buat
Oh,
tanya.
kau putuskan lagi ya? Tapi lama kelamaan she understand what I want to do and all. She support macam tu. Alhamdulillah.
Tapi betul ke kalau macam like you, if your orang panggil workspace lah, tempat fashion, tempat you menjahit apa semua kan, dia biarlah berselerak daripada you susun. Sebab once you susun,
You tak ingat.
tak ingat dah kat mana. So adakah sebab tu your mom notice, kenapa ni kat sini, ni kat sini, ni kenapa putus, ni kenapa ni?
Yes, sebabnya I think she is comfortable with how dia punya workspace.
Dia tahu kat
So,
mana.
Sama juga, I always tell my housemate, jangan masuk bilik jahit I. Sebabnya we know where we put this thing.
Betul.
You know, mana kapur, mana ini, mana itu kan. So, if orang start ubah, we felt unease. Sebab selalunya kita jahit kan. Kita tahu kita punya slipper
Tangan
kat sana.
dah capai.
Dah. Ini mana slipper aku?
Yeah.
Melambatkan kerja
No,
lagi.
yang tahu.
So macam tu lah. So I understand her. That's why I always say it's not her fault.
Faham.
Okay, so bila you kata okay, you student business, adakah you sendiri rasa benda tu okay, I nak ubahlah menjadi fashion, ataupun ada orang tegur macam what if you ikut your mom, you try fashion, dunia fashion?
Tak ada. Because of to me, I always say whatever decision you make in life should not be influenced by people. Sit down with yourself, be like, this is what I want to do. Is it really what I want? Or is it just my temporary desire? Macam tu. Kalau betul, do it. Kalau tak, you're still young. Try another era. There's always something else for you to do lah. Macam tu. So, my mom tak pernah kata, oh you have to be a tailor. Tak ada. Dia macam, I look at it, I macam, oh this is fun, I like it. Boleh kot. Tapi, my mom's a traditional tailor. So dia buat macam baju kurung itu.
Just like me.
I pula tak boleh buat macam tu. I tak boleh buat kebaya.
Oh
Oh ya ke?
I mean like I tak boleh buat kebaya traditional cantik.
Yang betul-betul
macam tu.
rupa kebaya sebenar.
Dulu. Now masa I first start tu macam maybe because of it's not my niche or it's not something that I does not start with that.
Faham.
I start with something else. So I think that is why sampai sekarang pun I tak sambung with that niche, you know. Not my cup of tea kot, you know.
So minat you in fashion lebih ke arah apa kalau not to traditional? You sendiri personally.
Artisan, art, editorial,
Yes.
macam tu.
Something yang macam avant-garde punya.
Tapi I think within the years gone by for 2 years, I've learned to tone it down dah. I learned to macam what could be worn over and over and over again. Still artisan, but banyak orang boleh pakai. Dia bukan saja macam short sendiri macam tu. Dia I've learned that the hard way. Macam why I say the hard way is that the money a lot of spend. You know macam tu. So you macam now you macam okay, you buat ni banyak tak orang boleh loan? Banyak tak orang boleh pakai? Will you see it in here? Will you see in this person? Will you see in person? So now that is what my direction towards. Still art,
Tapi
still
yang boleh pakai.
yes, macam tu.
Faham? Okay, I nak tahu you ada berapa adik-beradik?
7.
7. Okay, adakah semua minat sama macam you?
No,
You
I
seorang je yang ikut mak. So yang lain macam mana?
I seorang je yang move out of the house dari umur 17. I seorang je yang buat things menjahit macam ni.
Lain daripada yang
Yeah.
adik-beradik you
Yeah,
buat
I'm quite rebellious lah kan.
Kenapa? Sebab I sama macam you. I pun the first one yang macam
Keluar
kita yang
kan?
keluar yang
Yeah.
macam keluar daripada kepompong. You
But we
faham
don't
tak?
know if it's good or bad sekarang ni.
Yes.
I hope it's good lah macam tu.
So pendapat adik-beradik you yang lain macam okay, you nak follow your mom macam dunia macam motor fashion. Adakah dia orang macam setuju ataupun tidak?
Oh, I have
Or
the
very
biggest
supportive.
support from my sister.
Love. Bestnya.
Okay.
It's also rezeki Tuhan. You
Yes.
know, I told my sister macam what I want to do ini. Being in the industry these 2 years, starting, you know, it's never easy. And I have my sister's support, alhamdulillah. I was back in Penang last week. And then I posted this video from of my sister opening up my invitation card for Kia Fashion Week kan. And then my sister reposted that thing, that story to dia punya story, and he wrote this one paragraph tau. And then macam maybe because of I've always someone yang macam I keep it to myself. I'm gonna buat. I'm gonna struggle alone. Yada. And just to read through what my sister wrote macam, we are proud of you. I know you've been struggling, but we are here. You know, it took me like a certain moment and macam, and I screenshot that whole thing.
Rasa dia lain tau if macam kawan yang support ke.
Yeah,
Tapi bila
betul.
family sendiri
Yeah, and
lain.
I rasa I've grown to that the past years ni tau. Macam sebelum ni I am more of a me and my own. Macam I'm gonna do it. Whatever my sister say tak apa, you know. I'm gonna listen to me and over these years I wanted to spend time with my sisters. I wanted to macam do all these things with my sisters, you know. Asal sebab umur kot, you know.
Yeah.
When you grow older, you macam it's better with family macam tu.
Betul. Padahal ikutkan diorang tak rasa, tapi kita
Kan?
rasa. Diorang tak rasa apa pun benda
I think
tu.
diorang pun rasa. My sister macam, bila kau nak balik? Ini. Do you know my schedule here? Which hati je nak suruh balik
Dia
kan?
tak faham. Macam balik kan.
Dia tak tahu lepas ni fitting kan.
Okay, now I nak tahu yang adakah dunia fashion ni sangat glamour dan mewah macam yang orang cakap. Maksudnya hidup designer sangat macam senang, you know, macam tu. Adakah ada cerita di sebalik dia?
It depends on what cup you drink on. Macam what point of view look at. I would not say it's not glamorous. It would not be fun. It is fun. It is glamorous. Who would not want to be in fashion? Tell me. That is why people are an influencer these days. Sebab you get to experience all of this.
Betul.
You know, 15 years ago, this is what I look up to. And you look into fashion show, what Dolce & Gabbana, Versace. And you be like, oh my God, bestnya. But every good thing comes with a bad things, you know. But
Betul.
how you take it, rasa macam mana you put it into perspective, you know. Nothing comes easy. There's always
Ada cabarannya.
people before you for you to respect, people before you for you to impress. And I percaya everyone is the way they are because of a reason. Macam for example lah, I did not say this. Macam, this magazine would not see you because you're a startup or you're a nobody, and they would not come and talk to you. And I believe in that. Macam okay, obviously because you're new. Like if some strangers came to you and be like, oh, I nak ni. I'm macam, okay, but you have to get to know me and my brand. Itu semua boleh faham tak?
Faham.
Dia macam, for you to reach a certain standard for some people, you have to prove to them macam you could do it. Or not, why would they? Everyone have their life here. Semua orang is busy. Why would I waste my 1 hour to come talk to you? Why would I waste my 15 minute and be like share my past
Experience, past.
So why does all this magazine or all these big people that I look up to and be like, why would I want to talk to you? You're just 2 years in the industry. What do you have? So you have to know your place. You have to be like, okay, I'm gonna work harder for these people to know that I am legit. I am as hardworking as I portray to be. And what is the best way to speak for it is your work. Rather than, oh, I'm like this. But if you're not like that, then macam mana, honestly. But it take time. Take every criticism as it is. Because every criticism, take it as for me to belajar. You know, if orang did not see you yet, take it is not ever, but not yet. Macam orang tak nampak lagi. Okay lah, tak nampak lagi. Maybe this collection is not there, so diorang takkan tengok lagi. But jangan kata macam, oh, diorang ni sombong, whatever. You also would not give yourself to everyone, betul tak?
Betul.
You pick and choose. Everyone pick and choose. Whoever get your time is because of a reason. Itu je. Kan?
Betul. Karen dah sangat nampak behave je.
Tak,
Sebab dia untuk
bukan.
dalam
I tak tahu kenapa, tapi perjalanan hidup dia, like macam perjalanan career dia tu, buat I suka gila dengar. Sebab I kan nak jadi macam dia. Sebab I kan masih baru.
sangat fokus
Jangan
lah.
macam
No, I masih baru and I masih muda. I betul-betul nak jadi someone
Faham?
yang macam dia.
Tapi I don't think it's the age lah.
Mhm.
I don't think it's the age. I think there's a lot of people that is younger than me that is super talented also.
Sangat
And-
passionate, sangat yang macam
sangat
nak
passionate,
memberi.
Let's say macam Raja Irfan. I don't know how old is Raja Irfan. I think along my age ataupun younger than me lah. Super talented. Hasisham.
Yeah.
Or people like this that is I looked up to. I think they're very talented. I think it comes from hard work and rezeki and trusting what you do. Tu saja.
I tahu juga jalan I kat mana.
Faham.
Cuma I nak jugalah macam dia kan dah buat KL Fashion Week bagai-bagai. So I macam teringin, tapi bila I fikir balik macam tapi betul ke tu I?
But you will never know if you don't try.
Faham?
There's a few things that I've tried and after trying it, I'm macam, maybe it's not. Then tak apa. But you try.
I ada niat lah juga untuk try, tapi sebab tak dapat, so I rasa macam belum rezeki.
Belum.
So belum I pun takkan letak harapan yang tinggi untuk
Maybe
semua
something
tu.
else, something bigger.
Betul, insyaAllah.
Paris maybe? New York?
Amin. It's not bad to dream.
Maybe lagi 10 tahun dia tengok balik video ni, and you pun sama tengok balik video ni lagi 10 tahun, you di mana? You never know.
10 years back we don't know we're here pun. So alhamdulillah.
Kita nak ke segmen soalan-soalan panas.
Ayo.
Boleh
Okay je,
InsyaAllah.
Tadi dia lebih ke arah macam serius apa tu kan. Selalu kalau fashion show pakai baju melaram kembang-kembang siap dengan sayap semua tu untuk tujuan apa? Boleh beli and pakai dekat mana-mana ke?
Boleh je beli. I think this is what the society does not understand, you know. Sometimes we showcase things like that, sometimes it's not to sell, but sometimes but mainly is to sell lah. You need to know that's the objective. Kalau boleh is to sell, but sometimes that pieces is not to sell, but that pieces is to say macam, our brand could do this range of things. Maybe this is not what you want, but if you tolak ini, it's still our DNA and you could wear. It's just to see what extent of what's your brand background is or what you could do macam tu. But it's also not to wear sangat. It's for editorial cover shoot or anything, you know, benda-benda yang people can do it as a form of art, regardlessly anything.
Pacik-pacik Facebook.
Abang
Pacik-pacik
je,
Facebook. Diorang ni lebih ke arah macam pemikirannya I tak nak lah orang kata cerdik,
which
lebih
is
cerdik.
not wrong. I think their opinion is macam, why would you waste so much time on this thing, so much money in it, if it's not something for people to wear, which is understandable. If you look at his point of view, macam pakcik takkan pakai benda tu, which is understandable lah. Tapi macam pakcik this is
tak ayat dia orang macam ni. Bukan boleh pakai pergi pasar pun. Itu je.
Ya, macam pakcik I boleh je buat macam baju yang untuk pakcik buat, tapi what if I buat baju tu? What if everyone buat semua baju macam tu?
Yelah.
And then
awam
don't we just need one designer macam tu? Faham tak? Maybe my kind of thing is for show pieces. Show pieces, that's where my things kan. Macam tu lah. So maybe my rezeki is untuk cater orang-orang macam ni. Maybe my rezeki untuk ini macam Zakrin Jafar. Dia punya rezeki untuk cater untuk orang corporate pula sekarang. Untuk manager corporate. So dia macam towards that lah. So ada orang cover that part, then ada orang cover this part. So if everyone buat baju-baju
benda
untuk
yang sama,
biasa, then orang performance nak pakai apa?
Betul.
Kan? Yang tu diorang tak pandang tau. Diorang pandang macam orang awam. Kenapa dia nak pakai pergi pasar ke? Pergi mall ke tak? You faham tak?
Kan?
Dalam dunia ni ada macam selebriti, kita ada founder yang pakai pergi event. Benda-benda tu you tak nampak. And dia pukul rata.
But people is valid and have their own opinion and they could state by it and stick by it, you know. It's not for me to kata macam no. You have to understand me. Kenapa I buat ni? No, tak payah. There's 6 billion people for me to cakap macam why you understand. Tak payah. For whoever understand. If it's not, it's fine. Maybe you could come to me and macam, pakcik tak boleh lah pakai macam ni. Boleh tak buatkan pakcik baju Melayu? Boleh pakcik, I ada buat. I ada buat baju Melayu. Tapi tak post lah. Pakcik bagi I duit, I buat. Dah macam tu lah. For me, what to portray to my brand is ini. Tapi kalau pakcik nak baju Melayu, boleh je.
Betul.
Ada juga rezeki untuk I.
Okay. Kenapa baju Melayu lelaki, macam musim raya kan, kenapa baju Melayu lelaki sekarang baggy dan hampir nampak macam perempuan, tapi baju perempuan pula mostly Ketat. Kenapa? Untuk I nak tahu POV as a designer, apa yang maybe you boleh sampaikan dekat orang yang certain yang tak faham pasal fashion ni?
Baju Melayu lelaki makin baggy.
Baggy yang siap, kadang-kadang kan baju Melayu lelaki sekarang ada macam bertali-tali, ikat sana, ikat sini. Tepi tu yang zip tu ada
I
yang
don't think
bertali.
I could have say about that, tapi because that's not my design. I don't do things like that. To me, my point of view, my baju Melayu is still conservative baju Melayu. You can look through my Shasnas punya baju Melayu.
Okay, promo.
Kan nanti masukkan jugalah insert.
Kena insert dia punya
Sodikin punya Shasnas tu.
My Shasnas punya baju Melayu are still
Melayu.
loose cut.
Yep.
Loose cut. Dia bukan baggy but it's still loose cut.
Loose cut.
Which I rasa orang dulu pakai macam tu.
Betul.
Loose cut. The thing that I changes is just my samping is plain.
Yup.
Sebab
Satu tona.
That's monochrome. Because I suka benda tu macam satu warna. So time tu I've been wearing it for a few years tau. Then macam my friend macam, Kin, mana you dapat samping ni? Blah, blah, blah. Macam, ambil je lah kain. Buat je lah macam kain, jadi macam samping ni. Macam cantiknya. Macam satu tone. Macam, I grown to liking that. I rasa the image tak keperempuanan. Alhamdulillah, I think lah, I don't know if someone tengok and kata macam, ni macam perempuan.
Actually ramai sekarang buat design macam tu.
So,
padahal benda tu you buat dah long time ago, right? I perasan je.
So, macam, I rasa dia tak melanggar any etika.
Betul.
Kecuali I tukar samping lah. Tahu, tapi I tak ada macam melanggar.
Tapi samping tu pun I rasa itu
adat
hak kita lah.
Itu adat
Tak adalah, bagi I tu hak kita lah untuk kita nak pakai samping jenis apa.
Asalkan baju I tu tak keperempuanan, masih lagi ke lelaki. I tak pernah nak letak tali whatever. Ini semua butang pun tak ada main baju Melayu. Macam ada. Apalagi tali.
Tapi you pernah tengok tak macam fashion baju Melayu yang pelik-pelik? Ada yang macam
shirt,
you pernah tengok tak baju Melayu yang macam ibu susu anak yang
ya, ada.
You tak pernah tengok?
Ada. Takkan tak tengok dekat track time raya kan. But to me, I'll keep that opinion to myself. Customer tu yang suruh buat.
Betul.
Kita cari duit.
Betul.
Layankan aja.
If I suka that design, I'll post lah. Kalau tak, macam you belilah. You buatlah dengan I, tapi I tak post lah macam tu.
Tapi actually klien macam klien I, diorang pun macam tak suka kalau kita post gambar diorang.
Kan.
Actually,
So
macam nak privacy
kan.
lah.
So I macam, to me, is people preference. Good or bad, they know it's good or bad. You wear what you wear, which you know how people will perceive it. Takkan you tak tahu. You tengok kat cermin you rasa. Sometimes kita pakai benda yang
pelik pun kita macam
kita tengok. Tapi if I'm going to a fashion event, we know that fashion people would understand. Tak adalah pakai macam tu pergi jalan alo makan. So if I nak pakai benda macam tu and I pergi jalan alo, obviously in my mindset I tahu orang akan judge.
Betul.
If you know people akan judge, jangan melenting.
Yalah.
You put yourself in that position. You jangan melenting. You can't expect to shut 6 billion people punya mulut. So if you cannot expect, you have to expect yourself to terima. Tu saja. If not, jangan buat apa yang benda orang tak suka. Betul tak?
Betul.
Tapi I tak faham kan, kalau musim KL Fashion Week, kita kat KLCC kan, kita kan sekarang dekat KLCC. KL Fashion Week pula dekat KLCC, you tahu lah ramai orang. Lepas tu bawa family. Lepas tu bila kita pakai yang something yang pelik, diorang judge. Tapi I macam sebenarnya I tak suka diorang judge. Sebab diorang tak faham kita buat networking ke, bekerja ke apa. So,
betul.
apa pandangan you pula?
There's two perspective. Inside the KL Fashion Week and outside the KL Fashion Week. You cannot control whatever people say outside KL Fashion Week. Sebab you need to know KLCC punya area tu is still family area.
Public area semua.
So you wear what you wear, knowing that this family will judge you. So if you're okay with it, wear it. No one tell you to wear like that.
Betul.
But if you felt confident enough to wear, And pergi mampus what people say. That's your opinion.
Betul.
tak? That's your opinion. Tapi you tak boleh bagi tahu orang, you cannot judge me. I wear like this because I nak pergi fashion. Tak boleh.
Okay, faham.
Because that is people punya pandangan.
Betul.
You can't expect everyone to agree with your mindset. But you know what you wear inside. If people understand. That's inside. And you know inside people akan understand. But outside you tak boleh expect. You tak boleh nak itu. You'll be selfish enough for you to macam, biarlah I pakai macam ni. Itu. But if you say biarlah I nak pakai macam ni, biarlah dorang nak fikir macam tu. That's their opinion.
Betul.
You are entitled to your opinion and your suggestion to wear like this. They are entitled to what they think of you. You can look at someone else be like, kenapa kau buat macam tu? You are entitled to that. Tapi doesn't mean dia macam, kenapa kau nak fikir macam tu? Biarlah kita tanya, faham tak? They cannot tell you how you should think. You cannot tell them how they should think.
Tadi tu more tu macam soalan dari public. So I nak tahu personal pasal diri you. About soalan panas, pernah tak you kena scam, ditipu ke?
Customer ke?
It can be business partner ke? Why not?
Tak ada kot.
Feel dirty.
Business
Dia
partner tak ada.
ada. Takkanlah dunia fashion tak ada.
Business partner tak ada. Sebab I don't have a business partner sangat pun. Kan Shasnas is solely owned by me and my team. You know, we don't have an investor. We don't have. We have a friend that would casually macam, Kin, you need this untuk your invitation. Shasnas tak ada. Customer ada lah.
Customer ada.
Sometimes ada lah. Macam
Sama yang ada nama ke? Celebrity ke?
Tak bayar baju ke? Dah loan tak pulang balik ke?
dah loan tak pulang
Dah loan
balik.
3 tahun baru pulang.
Dah agree aku dah buat baju tu. Bagi invoice. Okay, mahal sangat lah. We don't think we can pay.
Lah?
And then baju yang aku dah buat tu macam mana?
You dah buat separuh?
Dah buat habis.
Buat habis? Weh,
Macam-macam hal kan. That's why I tak berani tau untuk buat celebrity punya baju. Sebab I tahu diorang macam susah untuk bayar.
Tapi it's not all celebrity. This is like one of
beberapa lah.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, yang mana bayar lah. Yang mana itu. We've learned from that mistake. Macam, ada customer masa not celebrity lah, normal customer ni baru-baru ni nak buat untuk company dinner, birthday dinner, okay. Masa discuss berbunga-bunga cinta, ini semua aku dah buat bla 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 bla. Sampai datang ke eye fitting. Dah okay dah ambil dah baju ni semua kan. Then Kin, I baru balik dari Johor, wallet I hilang. But I bayar you next week tau. Kita mutual lah on Instagram. I pun okay lah, tak apalah. Next week gone by, I follow up, tak ada sampai today.
Oh my god.
Tak dibayar. Aku macam, aku ni dalam,
That's why you kena ada rules kot.
kau apply macam mana rules pun lah. Kau hantar invoice agreement
kalau dia
ini
hilang,
tu.
dia nak hilang, dia hilang juga.
Tapi I tak tahu.
Mana aku nak cari gegar rumah dia.
I tak tahu. Mungkin maybe I terlalu tegas kot dalam benda ni. Sebab I betul-betul cari duit kan. So kalau I dah first fitting, I dah minta 60% deposit. First fitting kan, first meet kita just discussion, right? Lepas tu untuk first fitting, I dah minta dah full payment. I alasan kan like I akan settle, hantar sulam whatever pakai duit. So dia akan bayar. Tu je.
Tapi ni dia dah bayar depo. Depo is like 20% of the cost.
20%?
You ambil 20%?
You kena naikkan.
I ni
sikit
kadang-kadang
Tapi
kesian.
tapi sebenarnya I pun ada something masa rasa yang
some
kesian tu.
people macam we know from Instagram or something like that kan, dia macam kita rasa kita percaya dorang.
Yelah.
But learn not to trust people.
Kawan-kawan you nak buat baju dengan you, harga sama tak dengan orang biasa? Ke dia orang ada macam cucuk, alah harga member tak ada ke?
Ada.
Pasal harga tak logik.
Ada. To me, most of my friend ni yang betul-betul close with me or whatever, kau nak pakai lah apa kau nak pakai.
Yelah, betul.
Kau pakai lah. But if it's not my friend and we just know by mutual, I sangat tegas.
That's good actually.
I macam, kau tahu berapa kau habis KL Fashion Week last year? Kau nak loan for free je? Takkanlah ya. Takkanlah. Manalah pelangsungan hidup aku tu kata. So Alhamdulillah, from that show last year until today, we tak ada loan yang kita orang tak charge.
Faham.
And when we explain to people understand. Alhamdulillah
Itu
stylist
bagus
understand.
lah
Yeah.
kalau ada orang faham.
So
Itu yang
Dapat
best tau. Kalau
customer
orang yang
yang
tak faham,
tapi I think ada je yang macam itu dan you kata, oh we don't do sponsor tau, kita orang itu sebab ini. Dia cakap, oh we will contact you back lah sebab we will see ini semua.
tapi yang tu jenis
to me-
bagus lah.
Tapi to me macam okay lah. Maybe I'm not your target market yet. I'm not, means that you are not looking at what I've done for something yang you rasa you're willing to pay. So to me tak apalah. I tak ada nak paksa macam you kena juga. No. I'm gonna give you the best price. But if my best price pun does not meet your budget, I think I had to value my art the way it
Betul.
is. Faham tak? Aku siang malam tak tidur nak jahit manik tu satu-satu. Takkanlah nak bagi free juga.
Yeah.
You
That's
know?
why I tak suka buat sponsor. I tak tahu kenapa. Walaupun adalah beberapa kawan designer I cakap macam sponsor ni actually diorang bayar apa semua. Tapi I tak percaya tu. Sebab I suka artwork I dibayar.
So kita orang lah rezekinya semua dibayar.
Alhamdulillah.
Yang loan semua dibayar.
Yelah dia
And-
macam apa, you dah siang malam tak tidur, lepas tu you nak free, you expect makan benang ke lepas tu?
Kan? sebabnya
Makan jarum.
Makan jarum.
Dia akan darah.
kan
Macam nak makan
dengan
orang
tu
lah, macam kena buat
dia
orang.
kena jarum mesin lah apa semua tu orang tak
Siapa nak
tahu.
tanggung, right?
So it has to be paid. I always tell people you have to pay not just me but any designer punya artwork. You faham? If it's your friend, memang your close friend yang susah senang dengan kau, bla 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 bla, you yourself understand whether do you give or not to give.
Faham?
I will tell you macam, you can ask my friend Kasrina, Tengku, whatever. No, baju aku tu dekat office, dekat studio tu. Kau datang lah. Kau setiap kali nak pergi event, kau datang lah. Kau pakai lah. Kau dry clean, kau hantar balik itu. But we know these people is from where we start. Without them, there's no me. Without, you know,
Already-
adalah I.
Railing you macam nak roboh dah tau. Dah boleh slow-slow. Tak,
Kenalah slow-slow,
baju dia
kena.
banyak gila tau.
Berat pula tu
Babe,
kan.
Baju dia jenis yang, you tahu kain-kain kain-kain yang berat lah. Lepas tu dia hang kat railing. Lepas tu banyak gila I tengok dekat
Kan?
story dia.
So to
Collection
me,
dia sangat hebat.
if understandable, orang tu I will say tak payah. Tapi I would know how you are. I would know what's your contribution to me and the brand. If your contribution is as client basis, then it's as client basis.
Faham?
You know, if your contribution is as friend, yang kau nampak aku siang malam yang tak tidur, kau yang aku kata, Tengku, next week I need you to shoot my collection. Oh, okay. You akan datang saya. So kita pun faham. Kalau tak kita pun kalau tak pun kita tak akan bagi kan. Macam tu lah.
Ini kebanyakannya kawan-kawan yang tak support sangat, kita tak nampak pun. Tiba-tiba bila perlukan baju you, tak nak sponsor ke kawan-kawan benda tu. You faham tak? Selalu yang I perasan bila yang terlalu rapat ni, dia tak ni sangat pun. Tapi yang tak berapa rapat ni, tiba-tiba terpaling nak sesuatu, terpaling claim as a kawan.
Mungkin kita faham their point of view. They had budget restriction and yada. I think it's from us to say macam, oh tak boleh lah sebabnya kita orang dah spend ini. I think for us, kita tak boleh nak macam cikanya, sangkanya tak boleh. Kita tak tahu dia point of view. I think that was we come in mind atau we come in role where kita macam I understand you ini. I understand you ini tapi I dah do this with the certain of budget. I am also looking into getting the budget back. So if you could loan it maybe in this price, boleh tak? Kita nak membantu. Kita tak boleh expect benda tu free. Tapi maybe kita kata okay, ini budget, boleh tak? Maybe tak free tapi ini sekurang-kurangnya boleh tak untuk aku nak makan Nandos minggu depan. Boleh tak kan? Kita tak
Paling-paling
makan. Takkan aku makan nasi dengan telur je kan setiap hari.
Sekali tak
Tapi
Ha.
masak sedap weh. Mana masak sedap. I pernah makan. I pernah pergi open house
Kan,
Carrie tahu tak apa, orang yang tadi tak boleh tahu.
kan?
I nak makan Nandos juga.
I nak makan Nandos. I nak makan steak. You know? I
Tapi I rasa semua orang tahu dia pandai masak sebab dia selalu post.
Alhamdulillah.
30
Ya, nak try lah. Oh ya ke, dia juga. Ya,
Sahur dia tak buat buka puasa.
sahur.
Bukan tak sahur. I memang sahur je I masak.
Perjalanan you dalam dunia fashion ni, your macam orang kata apa? Susah payah you. Maksudnya benda yang you belum pernah cerita kat orang, apa yang you nak luah, benda yang deep. Sepanjang career you, jatuh bangun you ke, benda yang sedih maybe.
Faham? Sedih. I actually wanted to stop designing.
Why?
Why?
Last September. I was at my lowest.
Okay.
I was gone from my Instagram for a month. Then I really. Then I told my friends, I told everyone, I say, something happened, and I say I lost every sense of spark in me to do anything. Time tu pula I have to do anak Kak Liza. Untuk TTMM
talk to
untuk
manager.
from week 1 sampai week akhir. Dah menjanjikan sebelum something happen tu dah menjanjikan. So when something happen tu, honestly if Kak Liza tengok lah kan. Time
Untuk
tu
Marsha
I
Q.
was untuk Marsha.
Untuk Marsha.
Time tu I was at my lowest.
Oh, I
Tak,
see.
I tak makan 2 minggu. Something happened lah, you know. I was on therapy, something like that. Time tu lah. And then dah I dah janji. I am someone with my word. When Kak Liza, I dah janjikan tu Kak Liza tu. And then usually the concept will datang on Monday, on Tuesday. And then I kena buat lah. Selalunya on Tuesday tu I dah start. But because of I didn't have the heart tu, I start buat hari Khamis. Sebab hari Jumaat dia datang fitting. So I had to pull myself to do it. I lost every inches of spark time tu, you know. I didn't want to do it. So I was praying to God. I solat tahajud time tu. I say, Ya Allah, if I lost this much, what are you giving me? Like, I was at a point where I wanted to end my life, not just end my career, end my life, which is wrong. I'm not suggesting anyone to do that. Tapi we were at a certain point of life then too, you know. And then I solat tahajud, and I say, if I lost all of this, what are you giving me? I tidur. Esok tu my team text me, Kin, Bali Fashion Trend texted. They want to invite us to Bali Fashion Trend.
Oh, her collection, right? Her series.
Shasna and her lah. And I was like, God, is this what you're giving me? Is this the opportunity and the gain that I got from what I lost? And I sit down and I say, is this what it is? For 2-3 days before we gave answer. And we say yes. Everyone asked me, and the one that people that know lah, dia macam, what do you take from what happened to? I say, I've learned what I've learned from there. I've took what I took from whatever experience was it. But I am now, and what I got now was because and after the experience. You know? So, Alhamdulillah ada rezeki. Alhamdulillah ada percaturan hidup. The rezeki, the story that you see is everything now because of what that thing happened. You know? So, okay. You gain and you lost lah macam tu.
Cerita yang Sodikin share hari ni boleh jadikan pengajaran lah untuk semua, and jadikan macam satu titik, oh, if you nak berjaya one day, you boleh follow, bukanlah follow, tapi you jadikan Sodikin maybe as inspiration. Tak,
You kena
maksudnya
hard work
bukannya semua benda
lah.
dia buat smooth je perjalanan dia. Tak, mesti ada benda yang Sedih juga. Tapi itulah I rasa macam tak cukup cerita dia ni. I don't know. Maybe we need part 2.
Why not? Bila dia free nanti. Jangan lupa promote you punya collection Kak Alfa.
Oh, yeah.
Before end.
We're doing KL Fashion Week on the 3rd of August.
Second year right? Second year kan?
Support Sodikin dekat
second
Yeah.
show.
Sampai di sini sahaja.
Yeah.
Jangan lupa untuk like, komen dan subscribe. Kalau
Yup.
nak part 2 pun komen. Maybe.
Jangan lupa follow Sodikin juga. Okay?
Ya, follow. Nanti kita letak IG dia.
Yup.
So sampai di sini sahaja. Kita berjumpa lagi. Bye.